Libra, Libra, Libra. How's everybody doing? Now, I know for a fact this message is not going to resonate with everybody. I am not sure what we're going to be talking about today, but it is justice. So get your pants on, because this is going to be a ride. I can already feel it. This day has started off very obnoxiously, and I feel like there's a reason for that. So, I'm going to tattletale on some people. Because that's what I do. I tattletale. I'm a tattletale. I don't care. Go tell the heavens. Go and tell them. Whitney Moon is a tattletale. She tattletales on people who do very bad things to other people and think that they're going to get away with it. Because it's all in these dimensions that people can't see. So I can see in those dimensions. Careful what you wish for. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Cups. Ooh. Queen of Swords in reverse. Ooh, okay. What's on the other side of this? Okay, is that going to be it? That's the only indicator card? No, one more, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. One more. Okay. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so I do feel like somebody has done something bad, which is why I was like, I'm gonna tell on you. Ha 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 ha. I was actually gonna be a lawyer. I still might be a lawyer, to be honest. Like, I'm not dumb. I'm young and I'm wonderful and I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I might still be a lawyer. So if you're gonna be something like that, do it. This is the courts. We need good people that are willing to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in order to get the law to work for us instead of against us. Okay, so we got Five of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Five of Wands. The way that I see this is somebody had the ability to walk away from something, okay? But they didn't. They didn't walk away from somebody. They chose to fight them. I almost see like this like Mortal Kombat kind of like scenario going on. Remember that old was it Sega Genesis or Sega game, Mortal Kombat, or was that Nintendo 64? I forget. I used to play my brother on it all the time. Anyways, I'm getting like somebody thinks that they're like some type of Mortal Kombat superhero or action figure or something, and they just chose, they had the ability to walk away. Okay, they had the ability to walk away and not to do this, not to throw this fight out, but they didn't. They didn't want to walk away. The reason why they didn't want to walk away from you is because they knew you wanted to leave. So you wanted to leave, and apparently you might have this spontaneous button inside of you that gets you to do compulsive moves right when you're ready to do them. It's not that you're compulsive and you're reckless and you do things you're not supposed to. Somebody's got a clock. on them, divine timing, and they know when to make a move and when not to make a move. And this person, okay, I feel like this Libra, okay, because they're coming up the Queen of Swords in reverse, and I kind of feel like that would be my lawyer card. That would be the one feminine energy that you would want on your side while you tell the truth. And I feel like that's them, right? They've decided to lie. Anybody can lie in 3D, right? But those lies don't seep through anywhere else. So yeah, okay, you can talk a lot of shit while you're standing in 3D, but in every other dimension, they know what you're talking about. They know the truth. So people who lie just look stupid, right? And that's why I don't lie. I'm never gonna lie about anything. I don't feel the need to lie. That's lying is a sign of lack of confidence. Okay, so really, I feel like you had a lot of confidence, but then they made you like hold on to your money instead. So like where one person gets like $3,000 and goes and runs off and starts another life, you got that $3,000 and then they told you to stop. So it was like where you were used to making moves and moving on because you have no problems moving on and moving away from people that are hell bent on you and lying and just wanting to fight you. You'll just move on because there's no fight inside of you. You don't want to fight. All you really want to do is hold on to what you have, okay, and move forward because you might not have a lot. Right? You might only have stuff that fits in this boat and that's it. So you can take your life and go wherever you want because you don't have any baggage. There's no baggage here. But then somebody says, well, you can't leave me because I don't want you to go anywhere and I don't want to move. So I'm going to fight you. This like doesn't even make any sense. Like this doesn't even make any sense. Somebody wants to fight you because you want to move on. Okay, so Queen of Swords in reverse, please. You can't stop people from moving on. And you can't make up excuses as to why you feel like they need to stay with you. If people want to move on, they're allowed to move on. You don't get to fight them and start bullshit with them. Yeah, this person is infected, okay? This Libra is infected with some type of venereal disease. Okay, and I love that this card likes to come out because what it's telling me is how dirty people are. Okay, Two of Cups. They won't even sit in their own energy. They have to go and get into somebody else's energy. They have to. People can't be on their own if they're infected with something in their head, right? They need a partner with them. They need somebody with them at all times because they don't trust themselves on their own. So they expect a babysitter to come and babysit them and act like a mother to them and make sure they're okay, Because this person's searching for something, right? Seven of Swords, they're searching for something and they stole something and they're expecting you to hang out and make everything better for them because they like you. Anybody, you don't like somebody, you're willing to fight. Okay, that's not love, that's not liking. Okay, what? So what? This person wanted to date you and you said no, so then they went, okay, well, let's fight. Fight me for it then. And if you win, you can walk away, but if I win, you're dating me. Like, the fuck is wrong with people? Also got Polish in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. This person is greedy, okay? They're greedy. And if they're hurt, if they've got like some type of childhood trauma or some type of traumatic incident in their life where they've got PTSD or something like that, they're choosing to hurt people with it, okay? Ooh, we just got King of Cups in reverse straight to the heart. So this king is abusing his heart. Okay, he's abusing his heart. He's abusing the ones around him, and he's using love as a weapon. He's using love as a weapon. He wants to fight you because that shows that he loves you. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, give me the Six of Swords. Okay, so, caught off guard in reverse. I really don't think you even knew what happened. Okay, I think you were riding your own wave like you're used to doing, and somebody came and they took your surfboard away from you and left you in the water, and you've just been sitting there going, well, I thought I had a surfboard. What the fuck just happened? I thought I had a boat. Why do I not have a boat now? Why do I not have a surfboard? Why? Oh, because this person came and they fought it and they took it away from you. because they saw that you were happy and in your energy. And actually, I can feel this, Libra. I have a feeling I know this type of energy. And this was a guy who, this particular Libra had this huge dirty crush on me for years. And I had a dirty crush on him too. That's the thing. That's what got fucked up with this whole situation is then he started dating somebody else. And he wouldn't try with me. He didn't put any energy, any effort, nothing. He talked shit about me with all of his friends. And then when he saw me face to face, he acted like a little bitch. Like he was sad and oh, so sad. And then I started banging one of his friends. And he got so passive aggressive with me. He actually started throwing shit at me. He started spitting at my direction, spitting at my feet, trying to get me to notice him. And I'm like, that's not how you get people to notice you. You don't act like an asshole so somebody takes notice to you. Like, and this guy, he pulled out every single fucking 16-year-old move he could possibly do. Until I realized, like, I mean, he almost got his friend to beat me up. His little girlfriend was this stupid little witch in the fucking city and thought that she could fuck with everybody, and he thought he could jump on that wagon and start hurting me and doing spells against me and putting people against me. And this stupid little Libra, like, I swear to God, he just wants to kill himself. Like, he does. He's standing there with a knife in his hand and he wants to slit his wrists, but he's expecting everybody else to save him. Because he's a little fucking coward bitch and doesn't see life for what it is. He wants to dwell in his trauma and he wants to dwell in his sadness and get everybody to move around for him. Because he's sad. He was molested or he was abused. Join the fucking club, bitch. Get in line with all of us who have been abused and molested and taken advantage of. And then there's these people like this guy who attacks other people because he was hurt. That's not what people do, okay? That's not what genuine people do. So stay away from this person because this person did things behind your back. They betrayed you behind your back so then you wouldn't go anywhere. So then you would have money troubles. So you wouldn't follow your own guard. So you would stay and linger with them. But the thing is, I don't think you did. Yeah, like they wanted you to be possessed like they are. They wanted you to be dirty and dark and completely thrown off like they are, but you're not, which is why you stayed away from this person. And look at that, there's my Irish card. This guy, this Libra that I'm talking about is Irish. So there are people out there that are using love to hurt other people. And instead of coming clean about it, instead of being like, I did this and this and this, and I'm really fucking sorry. I didn't realize my feelings for you. And I didn't realize that I was hurting you and why I was hurting you. But they won't say anything. They'll just sit there and they'll be ignorant as fuck and cowards. But they'll do everything behind closed doors. But when it comes to face-to-face, that's what I've noticed. When I've asked people to meet me face-to-face after text messaging wars or calling me up acting like an asshole, I go, hey, meet me face-to-face. No, I can't do that. Oh, okay, so you want to just continue this phone call over the phone so then we don't have to see each other face-to-face because you think you're such a tough guy over the phone? And that's what, like, people are always like, you're so aggressive. And it's like, dude, I was born in my masculine because my mother didn't want me. Like, I was alone by the time I was like a year old. My mom wasn't around and neither was my nanny. I was taking care of myself. I was feeding myself. I remember not being so little I couldn't even get into the cupboards and nobody had even fed me breakfast yet. Like, I know abuse, right? Like a lot of other people do. And I'm not out hurting anybody. I couldn't even think of hurting somebody because of the pain that was put onto me. Why would I ever want to hurt anybody? And that's what I couldn't understand with this stupid Irish guy. Why would I want to hurt you? Why? And he blamed me for things. His car got all fucking keyed up one night when he parked it in my driveway for fucking 4 days and just left it like an ignorant fuck. And it got scratched. And then him and his little girlfriend ran around the town and told everybody that I scratched his car. And then his best friend, which was my neighbor at the time, threatened to kick the shit out of me. Like, he came at me. Little fucking 4'5" little dwarf dude comes running at me saying he's going to kick the shit out of me for keying his buddy's car. Why would I key somebody's car that I loved? Why would I key somebody's car that I cared about? He had a new girlfriend. I don't care. He was out living his life, shoving it in my face every day, but I didn't care. I just wanted him to be happy. He was the little boy that cried wolf every day, wanting to kill himself. And finally, he found a girlfriend. Do you think I'm going to take that away from him? No. But do you think that he wanted to take my life away from me for not chasing him around? Yup. Do you think his girlfriend used to text me using his phone, telling him to leave him alone? Like, that's a couple together so then they can hurt other people. They're not together because they want to be together. They're together because they know the danger and the abuse that they can put other people through, because now they found a person that's as dirty and as greasy as they are. Okay, so this person thought that you were greasy. They thought you were possessed like them. They thought that you were an asshole like them, but you weren't. You didn't betray them. You didn't even know that you got hurt by them. And here they are trying to get you possessed. When, like, you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're walking around with an STD right now, bro. Like, why are you coming up to me? You don't even know where your heart is. You won't even walk away from me. You left me poor. You battled me. And now you want me to come back and just be your girlfriend or be your boyfriend? Are you fucking crazy? Now this is reminding me of Girl on a Train. I don't know if you've read that book or watched the movie, but this poor girl, her husband, lies to her and says she's this blackout drunk that hurts everybody, and she's not. Then she realizes at the end of the movie that her husband was fucking with everybody and fucking with her and calling her an abusive ex and saying that she did all this shit because she was blackout drunk when really she was just drunk. She didn't do anything to anybody. He was doing shit and he was covering it up under her. And that's that manipulation. Like, that's where when you get into relationships, how dirty and greasy people play, right? Because they don't want to address what they've done, so they put it onto other people. And like, when she finds out in the end, everything that her ex-husband did to her, she's scarred. Because she thought this whole time it was her fault, that she was the aggressive one, that she was the abusive one, but it wasn't. It was him. And that's what I'm picking up with this Irish guy. Like, he was the abusive one towards me. I didn't do anything. But he said because I didn't do anything for him, I didn't love him. How's that possible? You know how much I actually did for him? There was people calling him gay every day. There were people who made fun of him. And I sat there and I defended him with people. I stood up for him with people. And you know what he was doing with me? Shooting his mouth off to everybody else about how much of an asshole I was, and had his little girlfriend do voodoo spells on me. And now I have to clean up my life from what two people did to me because I didn't want to fuck somebody. And then his girlfriend got obsessed with me because she was a lesbian. She is a lesbian, okay? And I'm pretty sure this Irish guy is gay, okay? I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he wants to love dudes, and he won't because he comes from a small town and he thinks he has to love women. And I think he was massively abused by a man, and I think he finds penis attractive and he just doesn't want to dive into it because he thinks it's trauma. And I actually dated another guy that was like that. He was massively abused by the men in his neighborhood. He was forced to give blowjobs and forced to perform orally for these men. And it used to turn him on. He was like an 11, 12-year-old boy. And it was starting to turn him on, and he didn't understand his own body. So when I started dating him, we went through his whole spirituality, because that's what I do. I help people break through the darkness and get into the light. So we worked. And we did a lot of sex magic together to get him out of that darkness that he was with, because he had a demon in him that told him he was attracted to men, but he wasn't. And it got him very confused because he loved women. But then he thought, am I loving women because I love my mom? Or am I loving women because I'm attracted to them? So he really had to work with himself and figure out. And then he figured out he was straight. Through our relationship, it lasted a couple years. We remained best friends when we couldn't date because we loved each other that much. And when we were together, and we worked through everything. And he realized at the end how straight he was. But it took a couple years, and it took a lot of magic between the two of us, and it took a lot of work. But we sought it out and we figured it out, because that's what you do when you love people. You help them. And his mother runs a pharmacy and puts him on drugs all the time. Totally illegal, but she puts her son on depression pills because she knows what her son went through as a child. By the end of dating me, he went off all of his pills. Because that when you open somebody up Okay, and when you love them and you truly love them and you want to support them and you allow their demons to come out of the closet. Not a lot of people allow people's demons to come out of the closet because they want the show to be all about them. They want to use those demons that are hiding in people's closets against them, right? Threesomes, orgies, anything that they can get this person diving into another energy in order to keep their energy traumatized. Right? And in distress. Keeping your body in distress keeps you in trauma. And that's what people like to do. I mean, for instance, my mother, she moved my sister and I with my stepfather. My stepfather is the pedophile. She moved us, I don't know, 8 times before I even graduated high school. Like, and it was all my stepfather. My stepfather knew if he kept me into trauma mode, I would never remember what he did. He could continue to abuse me, but because we were moving everywhere, I was like 6 years old. 5 years old. I never knew what was happening. So I had to stay in my life. I couldn't stay in the bedroom with him sucking his dick as a fucking 3-year-old. I had to be in my life because that's what trauma does. If parents put you in trauma after they've already traumatized you, it's to keep you in trauma. So then you don't realize what happened to you. And that's what I realized as an adult. Once I found out I had scoliosis and my chiropractor was trying to put my spine straight, I had to take a couple months off because that's extremely painful to have your spine worked on. And my stepmother wouldn't let me sit at home. She kept telling me I needed to get a job. Go get a job, go get a job, go get a job. Well, my back is literally being broken by a chiropractor so I can walk straight. She's telling me to go out and get a 40 an hour job, because I deserve to be working, not fixing myself. But then what I realized was because as I was off with time, I ended up going on disability because my spine was so fucked up. I realized why she didn't want me to be at home. It's because she's the monster. She's the only one that wants to be at home. She doesn't want anybody else at home, or they threaten her territory. Right? They threaten her territory. They threaten her livelihood. People can't have their livelihoods threatened without fighting back, even if the position that they're in is not theirs. Okay? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like the last little while for you has been very slow, and it has not been your fault. Like I said, I think you're used to moving really fast. Okay? And that's how people move, right? They make moves for themselves and it goes fast. Other people don't like that because they want to sit. They end up sitting in their energy for 30 years, watching other people go make these moves for themselves and going, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Like my sister and I, she was losing her mind. She was suicidal. She had just lost her son. Her husband just took her house from her. So we fled into the States because it was warm at the time and it was winter here and we were homeless. So we fled into the States, and I remember taking a few pictures of like where we were and people in my family going, oh, I wish I was there. I wish I had the money to do what you were doing. And little did they know, we didn't have any money. We were basically fleeing everybody with $10 in our wallet, and our whole family castrated us, saying that we took fucking all this money from her ex-husband and went and blew it all in the States. No. I even had to defend my disability when I left the country, and I told my worker what happened, and even she understood because she's a social worker. What was I supposed to do? Let my sister leave and never come back? Or jump ship on my disability and make sure she comes back? Right? But the thing is that what people see through their eyes, they will lie about. Because if they're not asking you why you're doing something, they're coming up with their own fucked up answers. And do you know how much people lie to themselves? That's all people do, is lie to themselves. They lie to other people, they lie to themselves. They lie to other people, they lie to their kids. They lie to their boss. They lie to YouTube. Like, everybody wants to lie because it's the new fucking thing to do. Well, let's lie. We're in 2023. Nobody will figure it out. Everybody will figure it out, you fucking idiot. You don't think people don't know you from your past? And that's the thing. People got to remember where they come from. Okay? Where they come from and what they were given. And because they didn't like what they were given, they went out and stole things, or they went out and fought people because they didn't like the gift that they were given through fucking God, through their life. That's nice. You don't go take somebody else's shit or tell somebody that they're not allowed to be the fucking Buddha on the mountaintop because you're angry. Well, that's nice. I don't give a fuck. Anybody can be a Buddha on a mountaintop. Anybody can be completely zen and in their body and having to fucking go through PTSD. Everybody's different. And that's the thing, is like people who are hurt, they automatically assume everybody's going to be like them. angry, pissed off, and wanting revenge. When sometimes people get hurt, man, they just sit down and cry. They're not looking for revenge because they don't even know what the fuck happened to them. They're still trying to figure out the deception, the betrayal, the hit that just happened. Right? Like, not everybody is looking to fight somebody. And this Irish person wants to fight you because you wanted to move on. I mean, I'm sorry. What happened to that whole saying, if it's yours, it'll come back, and if it's not, it never was? Like, if something leaves you and it never comes back, it's because it was never yours. If something leaves you and it comes back, it's because it wants to be there. Fucking stupid people. Oh, they left me. I'm going to get them to come back. Or I'm going to lie to them. They want to walk away from me, so I'm going to lie to them. I'm going to tell them I'm pregnant. I'm going to tell them that I've got all this money. I'm going to tell them that they can be with me forever, or they're going to go. Like all these threats. So it's so aggressive and it's so petty because these people who threaten are weak. They're weak. They have nothing else but threats in their fucking back pocket. And that's why a threat is just a threat. It's an empty rocket that just came and hit you for no fucking reason, and people want to scare you with it. Tell them to come meet you face to face. I mean, tell them, honestly, bring this back to the playground. Oh, you want to talk shit with all your friends? I'll see you. There goes my sister. I'll see you on the fucking playground, bitch. Like, honestly, once you see these people face to face, the excuses and the bullshit that ends up coming out of them for doing what they did to you, it's like, man, all I want to do is hear your excuse. That's it. For once, I actually wanted to hear an excuse, and I wanted to hear that. So great. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that you just hurt me for no fucking reason because you're a loser. Because you're a coward. You can't speak for yourself. You've got to go and hurt people in other dimensions so then you get off because they don't want to be with you. Like, and that's the thing is this Irish guy, he got mad pissed off at me because he just basically said I didn't want to be with him because I wasn't all over his stick. I'm sorry, you have to work for stuff. I'm not just going to jump on your dick because I find you attractive. Because his whole personality was fucked. There was nothing about his personality that I actually enjoyed when we were around other people. He was an idiot. He acted like an idiot. He looked like an idiot. He acted like he was 12 years old. And then he fucking would attack me if I didn't sleep with him. He would attack me if I didn't talk to him. He would go to my sister's house and just cry. Oh, I'm just going to cry all night. And I'm not going to tell you what's wrong. I'm just going to cry. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, that's abuse. Is going and trying to get people to fix you all the time instead of you fixing yourself. People aren't allowed to fix you. They can't fix you. You have to fix yourself. And if you don't want to, then go jump off a fucking bridge. Get it over with. Honestly, I've done it. I tried to kill myself I don't know how many times because nobody would listen to me. I didn't want to talk to anybody about it. It was clearly all something that was happening with me. People have tried to kill me. People have acted like I'm this biggest asshole that I go out and I hurt people. All I'm trying to do is live my life, man. I don't hurt people just because I know magic doesn't mean I do it. Like, you know, like I'm with the universe. I move with the universe. I don't make moves to go and hurt people because I know the universe. That's the opposite. You think I want to pay for all that in the end? Because I can do spells? Anybody can fucking do spells. You can have a rock in your pocket right now and that's considered a charm. Then you're considered a witch. Like, honestly, people, like this reading is actually kind of pissing me off now because this energy, this Irish fuck that just didn't want to walk away from you, hurt you. Because you weren't looking back on them. So they betrayed you. They hurt you. And they tried to get you possessed so you would come back to them. They tried to hold on to you while fighting you. That's not love. So good for you for walking away from this fucking idiot. Because you deserve it. Honestly, I even emailed this fucking idiot the other day and I said, because he told everybody that I scratched his car and then I did a bunch of shit to him. So I emailed him. I was like, who did this? Was it you who ran your mouth? Or was it your fucking little girlfriend at the time that thought she was fucking a witch? Like, who did it? Because I want to know who started the little fucking rumor that almost got my ass kicked by my neighbor. He won't write me back. They're not going to say anything to you because they know what they did. And by him not writing anything back, it lets me know he was the one that did it. Because here I am. I'm trying to get inquiries about what happened now. I'm trying to figure out what happened. And he's just going to stay quiet because he's the culprit. People, when you go out and you try to figure out what happened and you try to get information, people shut down on you. It's because they know something about the case and they don't want to tell you because they're protecting somebody else. So this Irishman is protecting somebody else. And by protecting somebody else, he came and fought you because you didn't join his little Ku Klux Klan. Which wouldn't surprise me, demonic possession. It wouldn't surprise me if they were this little fucking racist group that just hates black people or hates Hispanic people or hates Chinese people. Like, you know those assholes. Like, I don't even know how many of my exes were fucking racist. And I couldn't even fucking stand it. I was like, honestly, really, you live in a multicultural country. If you can't handle it, go dive under a rock and kill yourself. That's what I say to people now. If you can't handle life, fucking end it. Stop hurting people because you're hurt. I don't give a fuck who's hurt. You don't go around hurting people. And this person is being shut the fuck down today. Today. I'm not letting them live anymore. Fuck you, you little Irish prick. Hurting people because you think you can. Oh, they took your spark. And I knew it. I knew they did something. They used fire. They took your spark. And like maybe you get a lot of jobs or you had a lot of jobs and that was your creation, is creating money for yourself. They took it. They took it for themselves. Because they're greasy and they're lazy and they're pissed off and they don't want to walk away. I'm poor, so I'm going to hurt everybody. Grow up. Homeless people aren't hurting anybody. They're out on the streets getting high because they just got fucked over. Again, homeless people don't even hurt anybody. So whoever this idiot is that's trying to say that people hurt people because they're hurt, they don't. Hope it resonates, Libra. And I hope this Libra idiot's watching, man. I hope he knows my channel. I hope he's watching this, and I hope he feels like a fucking idiot for betraying the one person he claimed he loved. You don't love people and hurt people. Remember, I tell you that. Love everybody and love yourselves. Peace.